Hello and welcome. It is Gail again from Think Skills, and today we are looking into our very last step of the Training Done Right program. It is about measuring the success of your very first digital training course and pretty much the success of your pilot. What are you going to put in place to ensure that this digital course is going to achieve the promised results? It is quite essential, first, just on a mere quality insurance processes, that from the start you know what you're going to do, but also bearing in mind that many around us do not believe in digital training. They will find any possible way to dismiss the benefits or to lower the impact of the course. So from the start, it is essential to have a plan that is going to measure the results. Also, we have to keep in mind that throughout the process, and from the very first step, if you remember when we looked at the need analysis and the learner's profile, from this very first step, we worked on assumptions. And as much as a lot of those assumptions have been researched on samples learners and surveys, and as much research as you could possibly do, you could not possibly validate all of them, simply because sometimes there's no surveys, no way of knowing, and a sample is not necessarily representative of an entire industry or an entire group. So you have made some decision, and through your pilot you are going to make sure that the decision you've made are being validated. So there are three steps, 3 times to measure the success. First is during the course of the pilot, making sure that the course content, the course structure, the course format, everything in the structure works with the learner. It's much easier to do it as it comes, especially if it's a longer program, because some of the module might be different or might be structured differently, or if something is picked up right from the beginning, you still have time to change it for the end of the course and trial different things over the course of the course. So I would say that almost learning items by learning items, you should assess with all the learners if it works or if it doesn't work. So that's for the content, but also broadly the whole format, the whole structure, the whole assessment process, anything that you may have, is it working? Every single piece of learning, even the collaborative part, you might have created like some groups where people exchange the assignment and rate each other. Does it work? Is the peer learning working? What can you do to make it better? Is your role as a facilitator working? What can you do better? Are you coaching? Are you answering questions? Is the chat working? Is there like a board, a pin board? Make sure that every single item in place serve a purpose, a true purpose, a learning purpose. So that's about the course. But more important, and above all, what we want to achieve is what we set the course to be. It means the goal for the learners. Is it like a career change? Is it a career jump? Is it a change of role? Is it a performance increase? Is it a business impact? A team impact? Whatever it is that's been promised and that they've signed up for, we need to put in place a system that is going to validate that the transformation, the behavior change in the learner has taken place. And this may not necessarily happen at the end of the course. Probably, especially if it's a longer program, so from probably 6 weeks onward, it is going to a certain extent, you will be able to address this, but moreover, it's going to probably have to be within 6 months. So a 3-month check, a 6-month check, to ensure that the course has reached the objective, that the learner is now in the position, professional new career that has been promised, and that the course has succeeded. If not, obviously, assessing why it hasn't worked. What's happened? Is it due to the learner personal circumstances, or is it due to other external factor, or is it due to the course? To do that, assessing the learners, interviewing the learners will work, but it's also, and preferably, working with the learners' business, so the managers, maybe some of the team members, to understand what's worked, what has changed, is going to really help. That's the ideal situation. It's not easy for many of us to actually have access to those people, but maybe just a few of them will make such a difference in understanding the value of the course and what can be improved. So, quite essential. How are we going to manage that? You've got the survey, the online questionnaire, and that's really helpful and will probably be used quite often, but at pilot level, it is best to actually have conversation and dig into the conversation. Probably for your pilot, you're going to have between 6 and, I will assume, 20 learners, the very maximum. And those 6 to 20 learners, you should have conversation, group them, discuss with them, of maybe 4 of them in same room or on the same Skype, to actually understand what's been working, what hasn't been working, what should be changed, what are they expecting. So those conversations are going to really help you understand how the learners feel, what they need, and really dig under the surface and get the real information and make a real impact. You will learn much more by those conversations than sending questionnaires after questionnaire, which may as well be ignored. So really empowering the learners. It is going to take time, it is going to take your time, and it is going to take the time of the learners taking part of the pilot. So probably worth putting in place for pilots, discounting rate or some form of incentive, and explaining learners what is expected from them at this stage. And obviously, when you have all those fantastic data from your information from your learners, work through them, revamp the course content, and once again, this is why from the beginning I've said, don't invest heavily in your pilot. Don't get a video professionally made. Make them yourself, because at this stage, chances are you will have to change quite a bit. Maybe you've created videos that were half an hour long and then it doesn't work. Your learners want something between 5 and 10 minutes just because it is their time constraint. Maybe you function with video, then it turns out that audio would work better. So MP3, voice recording, interviews. So for all of these reasons, really try to get your pilot on a budget in terms of content and in terms of technology. So you're very flexible and agile, and any change can be very easily implemented, very easily fixed, and you're ready to bounce and have a real success with this wonderful project. So that was a little bit about how to assess the results of your course, and I wish you all the best. I hope you had a good time with Training Done Right. I am looking forward to your feedbacks on Twitter at ThinkSkills #TrainingDoneRight. It's been for me a fantastic experience and a lot of very interesting conversation around training and digital online learning challenges. I wish you all the best, and at ThinkSkills, myself and the team, we are there to help you. So be in touch by emails, by Twitter, on LinkedIn, and we will be very happy to help you in your journey into delivering fantastic digital training. Thank you for your time, and be in touch soon. Bye bye.